Texas, if you alive and breathing today, make some motherfucking noise. I'm afraid I'm gonna have to do that again. Houston, Texas, if you alive and breathing today, make some motherfucking noise. Yeah, that's the kind of energy I like, goddamn. I require a lot because these poets are gonna give you a lot. I promise it's gonna be a great show. My name is Zach Blunt, and this is Right About Now, and tonight is a poetry slam. Make some noise for that. All right. We have some amazing poets for you tonight that's gonna hit the stage. Nationally ranked poets, some poets I've never heard before, but I'm sure they're gonna shock the hell out of me and give y'all some great art to see. And who here, make some noise, you've been to a poetry slam before? Okay, you got some people that's not new to this, stay true to this. If you have never been to a poetry slam before, that's okay, I got you. Here is Zach Blunt's quick guide to a poetry slam. Poetry slam is a competition. These poets are gonna get up here on this mic, they're gonna spit a poem within the time frame of 3 minutes and 10 seconds. If they go over that time, they will receive a time penalty. Everybody say boo, time penalty. Boo, time penalty. Everybody say yay for going home one time. Yay for going home one time. Hell yeah, goddamn. I know some of y'all got kids with bedtimes and shit. That's crazy. Fuck them kids, that's what the energy is? Fuck it, we outside tonight, goddamn. Shit. All right. Anyway, they still got a goddamn time frame, and if they go over that, they'll get a time penalty. They have to spit original work, so they can't come up here reciting someone else's poem. That don't fly. We ain't doing that shit here. All right. And they cannot use a musical accompaniment or props. These judges, these poets, they know what it is. All right. They know what it is. Audience, you ain't gotta worry about none of that. You just gotta worry about a good time. Everybody say respect the mic. Respect the mic. That is another rule to the audience. We want to give energy to the poets. We want to give energy to the stage, and there's many ways you can do that. One of which is snapping. Everybody snap? I like that. I like that. When a poet is up here, you can do that. You can also clap. There's two types of clapping. I see some of y'all were like a little confused on it, okay? There's during the poem clapping, which might sound like, yeah. It's a little 1-2 pop, something like that. And then there's after the poem clapping, which might sound like, that's kind of okay. But you can also do audible noises to all of this, okay? What might that sound like? I like that. You could even put words to it. You can say, go in, poet, that part. Repeat, they might not repeat, but talk your shit, poet, all that kind of shit. You can do that in real time. That's giving the poet energy, okay? That is respecting the mic. What isn't respecting the mic is having side conversations, okay? It's shooting your shot at the bar, okay? We don't want that shit up here. If you want to do that, go downstairs. I encourage you to shoot your shot, but do that downstairs, okay? We do want y'all to buy drinks and patronize the bar. Everybody wave at the bartender in the back, say hey. Yeah, that is a hydration station, and you can be hydrated in multiple ways there, okay? Do with that what you will, okay? Okay, also, we have judges because this is a competition. So these poets are gonna get up here and then they be judged from 5 judges with a score of a 0.0 to a 10.0, okay? And my judges are encouraged to use 1 point decimal points in between. So they can give a 7.2, 8.9, how are they feeling about that poem, okay? When they do this, okay? I'll tell you about that in a second. But first, can I introduce my judges? Yes. Y'all want to know who my judges is? Yes. I know my poets want to know who my judges is. Okay, my first judge is Judge Simone. Where you at, Judge Simone? Give it up, Judge Simone, one time. I asked Judge Simone why she's qualified to be a judge, and she says because she's getting her master's in social work, so she knows how to break the poem down. That was actually very poetic. I fuck with it. Okay. My next judge is Judge Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood. Make some noise for Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood. The person or the show, goddamn, that's crazy. I asked Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood why he's qualified to be a judge, and he said because he's a good judge of character, and the poem's good is good, and if it's bad, it's bad. Facts. I fuck with that. Make some noise for that judge one time. My third judge is Judge Keeping Up with Chrissy. Where you at, Judge? Make some noise for my judge. I asked Keeping Up with Chrissy why she's qualified to be a judge, because she says she's a flight attendant with the gift of gab, and in her past life, she was a lyricist. Make some noise if you're a lyricist, or if you were a lyricist in your past life. Oh, I don't know. All right. Y'all just like the lyricism. I fuck with that too, goddamn. My next judge is Judge Mama Brosha. Mama Brosha. Make some noise for that judge. Asked Mama Brosha why she's qualified to be a judge, and she said because as a child, she played the piano, so she has a good ear. I fuck with that. I fuck with that. And my last, but certainly not least, judge is a team of judges. That's Team Neil Show. Make some noise for my team of judges. And I asked them why they're qualified to be a judge, and they said because two minds are greater than one, and they feel things on a deeper level. Make some noise if you feel it on a deeper level. Some of y'all are extra emotional, but that's why we here. We poets. We all extra fucking emotional. Goddamn. All right. That is my judges tonight. They were going to be scoring these poets. All right. And judges, do me a favor. Do me a favor, judges. Cover your ears. If you're a judge, go ahead and cover your ears. Audience, I randomly picked these judges. They don't know what the fuck they doing. So I need y'all's help. Y'all gotta sway my judges. If you like what they're giving them, what are y'all gonna do? If they're giving the poet something that you like, what you gonna do? If they give a score that you don't like, what you gonna do? I encourage it. Do all that shit. All right. Judges, come back to me. Come back to me. Audience, cover your ears. Judges, I just lied to them. We talked about this. Y'all know what y'all doing. Stay consistent. Don't let this audience sway y'all. You guys have all the power tonight to decide who wins this poetry slam. Okay, everybody come back to me. All right, tonight we are giving away cash prizes. Third place gets $100. Second place gets $200. First place gets $300 tonight. Make some noise for paying poets. And I think that's generally all the rules tonight. How we feeling? All right, y'all ready to get this poetry slam started? Yes. Are y'all ready to get this poetry slam started? Yes. No, you're not. No, you're not, goddammit. Y'all need a sacrificial poet. Yeah. My judges, they gotta get calibrated. I told y'all, audience, they don't know what the fuck they doing. So we gotta give them a poem to get them warmed up, and then we can get into the slam tonight. So are y'all ready for the sacrificial poet tonight? Yes. Are you ready for the sacrificial poet tonight? Yes. Make some noise for your first poet in this competition tonight, Zach Blunt. That's me. I'm Zach Blunt. Oh, also, one thing before I get into this poem, I'm not actually sorry. I'm still hosting. I'm not the poet yet. Before I get into this poem, one thing I want to make sure we do for every poet who gets on this mic, because this is a hard thing to do. This is a brave thing to do. We want to give them all the energy all the way up on this stage, and all the energy when they leave this stage. Can y'all do that for me? Yeah. I bet. I'm gonna trust y'all. And I'm gonna get into this motherfucking poem. I want to love you like a love poem, a good one, the kind that stays on the tongue like gum. 5, cobalt, minty, fresh to the taste. I want to taste your tongue. I want your words to say what they want to say and not what you think I want to hear. I want to hear your opinions, not necessarily agree with them, but respect how you've come to your conclusions. I want to come to the conclusion that destiny did the damn thing when it made me meet you. I want to meet you for the first time again and again. So this feeling, it never fleets. I want to know where we stand. Mystery is magic, but consensus is a kindness that can only be grasped through clear communication. I want to communicate like crystals, like something to be valued, like your input is important. So tell me what is wrong and tell me what is right and tell me how to make you come. I want to come to a consensus. Can we come to a consensus? I want to kiss your neck. Move my lips down your back, wrap my arms around your waist, pull you into my embrace. I want you to feel how good you make me feel. I want to fill up a glass of water. Place it on a nightstand next to the bed because dehydration is the only thing that'll fuck you better than I do. I want to be the one you wish to wake up with while knowing this is not always an option. I want to have options and still choose you. I want you to have options and still choose me. I want us to have options and still choose each other. But if this shit don't work out, we can go our separate ways and be with whoever we wish to see because I want this love to feel like freedom and not forced labor. I want the labors of these love to bloom like spring, to keep its color like a name brand buy. I want to be sold on the sound of your voice entering into every room.